Right.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. We are live. We're a little late. Sorry about that, folks. This is Untitled with me, R. Jones, and of course, the usual cast of characters here. My man Jay. This is a special night because Jay, he's always with us in our group text. You know, him and his son, God bless Jackson, as well.
Yeah,
But this, my man is finally on after saying he's been coming on for a while. And guess what? He's actually here. Jay, welcome into the fold. How you doing tonight, my friend?
Welcome, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
All right. Good to have you on. And also the scallion, the scallywag.
What?
He said the sky.
I'm messing
Who
with you.
calls anybody a scallywag
I'm
anymore?
just saying, man. Well, I got to bring it back.
Hey, this
man.
guy keeps New York clean, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I do my job.
He keeps New York
I
clean.
was off today, but I do my job.
Okay, he keeps the streets of New York clean. My man Reggie. What's up, Reg? How you feeling?
What's up, fellas? What's up? Glad to be
Thank
be
you.
amongst 11 with you guys.
Once again. Yo, you know what? I'm gonna keep rocking with this talk. Before you came on, Reg, me and Jay was talking about this whole these scandals, like with Jeffrey Epstein, with TD Jakes, with Diddy or Daddy Love, whatever he calls himself.
It's not a scandal. It's a way of life for them people, man.
You know what? It's a shame. It's actually a shame.
It's a way of life. Sorry to say, but that's what it is.
Well, you know what? Here's the funny thing, and really not funny thing. I was telling Jay, I said, listen, this show Untitled is not huge, it's small right now. We in grassroots level, you know what I'm saying, trying to build and whatnot. Do I want to get it to a nationwide? Do I want to get it to worldwide status? For sure. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't like to have that type of success? But yet, at the same time, before it gets to that level, before it even gets to that level, some guy, some network, some exec, you know what I'm saying, is got his member out and about at me and whatnot. Well, you know what to do to get to the next level. I'm gonna hit him right in that area. Okay, hard. Yeah. You understand? I'm gonna hit him hard.
Is there a price to pay for that type of fame and
Yeah, notoriety and whatnot. It's ridiculous.
There's no cost in the world. I'm good.
Yeah,
let's keep it right where it is. You keep your member to yourself, and we'll carry on as is.
There you go. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna perform a Hulk punch right to that area. Okay.
What you said? Draymond won't have anything on you.
He ain't gonna have nothing on me. I'm gonna be talked about for weeks. I guarantee you. I'll be public enemy number one. Okay, I'm telling you.
1, 2, and 3.
I'm trying to tell you.
See the light quick.
Yeah, for real. Because like our boy. What do you say about Lil Wayne and his father? What's that guy's name? What's that?
Birdman.
Birdman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even understand that. One grown man kissing each other. Listen.
Hey, it's not for us. Maybe it's not for us to understand. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely isn't. Yeah, I will never understand that. Sorry to say.
Let them do what they do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I ain't with that nonsense, bro. I'm like, listen, like I said, I will punch somebody's member in. Okay, straight up. We ain't playing that. You know. I see our boy Ronan is here. He's probably got the mic muted. That's all right. Welcome to the show, Ronan. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Peace, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Did he speak? No, he didn't speak.
I just said peace.
Okay, peace. All right. Well, you know what? Let's get into a little sports. We're gonna go back and forth on this whole nonsense with TD and Jay. You know, matter of fact, let me stay on this for a second. Jay, we were talking about religion. This is why I don't really like getting into this topic. I'm gonna tell you something about myself. At one point in my life, I was a actual church goer, like on the regular.
Right.
You understand? I really was. And what turned me off was seeing how certain pastors, how certain members and not just one church. I've gone to many different churches, and I would see the same repeated thing. You understand? The judgmental. You understand the actions.
Right.
I would see, and I'd be like, well, why am I even here? And people say, well, you should be there for fellowship. Well, I don't want fellowship with these type of people.
Right.
You understand? If you're not being true of heart, why would I want to be there? Why would you? I'm being uncomfortable, and I don't want to feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? While I'm going to praise God or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Now, this is in your adult life?
Well, yeah, young adult life. Yeah. Yeah.
So were you brought into up in a religion? Was your family religious at all?
Yeah, we were Christian. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. Protestant.
So you continued.
Protestant.
So you continued that.
Yeah.
As you got older, you was like, okay, this is the way.
Right.
And then when you kind of, and well, that's the thing. It's like when you grow up into something,
right,
and then you finally get your own voice or your own, you make your own decisions. It's kind of like, wait a minute. A lot of this stuff is BS.
It's you know what?
And I don't mean to down anybody out there that is religious, that follows a religion. Look, all peace to you. You have fun with it, whatever, as long as you're not hurting somebody, hurting yourself.
Right.
But it's not for me. Because I even told my parents and my grandmother, I said, after I get this bar mitzvah done, I grew up Jewish, but a lot of my friends was Muslim, was Catholic, was Christian, this, was that. So I started learning about all different religions, and I was always like, well, why is everybody talking about Jesus? We don't even talk about Jesus, And I'm asking my grandma, like, who's Jesus? She's like, oh, we don't discuss him. Like, why not? So that's when I kind of thought, I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Because all my friends are talking about him like he's the best thing since sliced bread. And we ain't discussing him at all. So, and then when I did a deeper dive into religion altogether, like everything takes a little bit from everybody, but there's always somebody at the top telling you how to move, how to move throughout life. It's like you can't make your own decisions. You have to come and pray here and do this and pay this and pay for that. Why?
Yeah. Why? Exactly.
Religion should be free.
It should be. I had people when I went, because you should feel like I said, you should feel comfortable. You understand? Yeah. Why do I have to put on a suit, a dress shirt, a tie? Right. I don't have gaiters like this one does.
Why can't you wear sweat? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you wear a sweatsuit?
Yeah, exactly. Why can't I wear my jeans and whatnot? You know what I'm saying? And be comfortable in that fellowship and whatnot.
Right.
And praise the Most High. With
outcast.
Type of, exactly. Without feeling like an outcast and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So that really turned me off. I was like, because I know the type of person I am and whatnot. I'm a good person. I say this, people are like, whatever. But I'm genuinely a good person and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in that higher power and whatnot. I do believe we should follow that. But at the same time, I don't want to be around phonies like that. I just don't. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that actually turns me off. And I know that, what the saying is, we all fall short. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all sinners. You understand? I sin every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day, in one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because no one person, no human being on this earth is perfect. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? There you go. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to me when I'm around people. And that's why I was like, I'd rather just praise within myself in my own way. You know what I'm saying? And acknowledge, God in my own way. But other than that, no. I don't need to be around those people like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. No.
I agree. I agree. I mean, there is some good that come with it, but
for sure.
But there's also a lot of extra, shit that you got to deal with, and it's like, is it really worth it?
Right. And like you, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm really not. If that's your flow, and if it works for you, God bless. That's a beautiful thing. Good for you. Yeah. But again, I'm just telling you of my experiences and what I've experienced. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that there's others that share the same experiences that I have. You understand that Jay has, that perhaps Reggie has. You understand?
And it's tough now, not to cut you off, but now I have a child, right? So now I don't really know which way I'm going with it because, on one hand, his mother is, I think, Christian, or I don't really know what she is. I mean, she's something, right? She don't necessarily go to church like that. She don't follow. But I was raised Jewish, so it's kind of like, well, I want to keep him open to everything. I want him to experience it all. So I do want to take him to different places and let him kind of choose his path.
Okay. I think that's wise. To be perfect, I think that's very wise. You know what I'm saying? Give him the chance to create his own relationship, so to speak.
Rona said, Rona said, "I never sinned."
Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay. I'm like,
he sinned by saying that.
Exactly.
Just by typing.
He is like the angriest person besides me or whatnot. So I'm like, yeah, you got to be joking. Get out of here.
I wonder if he's related to that Angus guy.
I wonder. Yeah, whoever that is. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that loser is. I know Ronan and I, we was in the city one time. We was going out with Hollop and Little Mark and I think it was Lawrence as well. It was a bunch of us out there.
Yeah.
And we was walking around in the city or whatnot. And I don't know what it is. I just was on those rants. And I was just like in that mode, man, where I was just like anybody could get it. Any religion, any race, any creed. You know, I was just going on and on and on. Yeah. And Ronan's like looking at me like, and it's the first time I'm meeting this brother, okay, face to face. And I know he was like, okay, who the fuck is this nutcase? But he enjoyed the experience, and I enjoyed talking to him as well because that's my brother. I love him. He's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? So we just had a lot of fun that day, man.
That's
you know beautiful. What I'm saying? Yeah. Ronan, I know you're on. Like I said, I see you muted and whatnot. We got to meet up again, brother. We got to meet up again. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like I said, we're gonna go back and forth a lot tonight. It's gonna be just a on the fly show, to you honestly.
Yes, sir. I got about an hour, like I said, for you. So about
okay, that's a wonderful thing, brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're gonna be on the fly. So let's get in the lane of some football real quick. Who's rising and who's spiraling in the NFL playoff picture? Guys, I gotta tell you, I got man. Let me mention a few teams and we go from there. The Buffalo Bills, who stand at 8-6. The Dallas Cowboys, who stand at 10-4. The Cincinnati Bengals, who are 8-6. Got a lot of 8-6 teams here. Also at 8-6 is the Jacksonville Jaguars. 9-5, surprising, is the Cleveland Browns. 10-4 is the Philadelphia Eagles. And also at 7-7, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I want to start off. You would think I would probably start with my team, the Buffalo Bills. I'm not doing that. No, I'm gonna start off with the Philadelphia Eagles. I have a problem with this team, and I forgot who it was in our group that had mentioned something to the extent of them, even though they were at like 10-1 at one point, but they were narrowly winning games. And I understand a win is a win. I get that, but it wasn't dominant wins like how the buildup was supposed to be for this team. Okay. I think we're seeing some remnants of the concern of what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they've lost 3 in a row. They just lost the other night in stunning fashion, of course. Should I say heartbreaking fashion? I laughed my ass off. I thought it was hilarious, you know, watching that. I don't think this team is as good as they've built them up to be. You know what I'm saying? Especially in NFC. I think the NFC team to beat, honestly, is this team that resides in San Francisco, with hands down. But again, Jalen Hurts, is he really that guy like that? I mean, to me, compared to last year, he's regressed a little bit. Not saying to the point where he's an awful player, but he's not the same dude. Okay, he's not a better dude than last year. You would think maybe he'll take it to another level with his play from last year. We're not seeing that. We're seeing a lot of turnovers done by him. Okay. It's just not the same team. It's not the same team. And again, seeing their schedule and who they got to play. Let me see. They
play the Giants twice. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, they got the Giants. And in between the Giants. Yeah. In between the Giants, they got the Arizona Cardinals as well. So that could be 3 wins right there. And I said right now they stand at 10-4. You know what I'm saying? But honestly,
I still don't think they're doing anything in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this too. I believe that either one of these teams, the Giants or the Arizona, is going to defeat this team. Yeah, they're not going to go 3-0. They're not going to go 3-0. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
You bugging.
Yeah, okay, so you think they're going to go 3-0?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, we got to come. We got to come back to this conversation. That's for damn sure.
Giants may beat them one time.
Huh?
What?
They beat them one time. I don't know.
Man, I don't know where you at, Jay, but whatever you smoking, cut it out.
See,
You never know. Stranger things have happened.
So,
Man, listen here. Yeah, okay.
So check this
That's
out.
that's like the Giants making the playoffs this year. Not gonna happen.
Check this out. Ronan, our brother Ronan said in the chat, he said keeps hurts in the pocket. His effectiveness is diminished. He doesn't spread the ball around. Okay, true. I agree, Ronan. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The Gotham, because Ronan, wait a minute, aren't you in Philly? If I'm not mistaken. He said the Gotham City Eagles don't run the ball consistently either, unless it's Hurts, it's scrambling.
Gotham City.
Yeah. He calls it Gotham City. I hear that. Yeah. But again, I just don't think that this team is that good like that. I really don't. I don't see them making. Yeah. And again, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose one game.
Okay.
They're gonna lose one game to Arizona. They're gonna lose one game to Arizona and or the New York Giants. I guarantee it. What makes you think that? No. What makes you think lately their play is going to give them to end the season with 3 straight wins, even against these teams?
Because it's those teams.
Well, bro, you know what? There's a saying, "Any given Sunday," and I believe in that. I believe in that. You could
listen.
Read heavy all you want.
There's no way they're gonna lose 3 games. They're not losing these 3 games. I can promise you that much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll see.
We'll start with what they play Sunday against the Giants.
Yes, because they got 2
That's a W. That's a W.
It could be. We'll see.
Hey, there's no could be. I'm a Giants fan, and I'm telling you, the Eagles is not going to lose to the Giants, bro.
They better not, but you never know.
It's not going to happen.
You never know. The
Eagles have been owning the Giants for how long? The past 6, 7, 8 years? Easy.
Yeah, you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it like this too. The Eagles already in the playoffs, right? 30 clinched. So they may rest some people.
I don't know. Did they clinch? Because Dallas and them have the same record.
Yeah,
they're in the playoffs. They made the playoffs.
Okay.
But I think they're trying to get that division title or something of that nature.
Right.
Yeah, so it's either going to be this week or it's going to be the last week where the Giants beat them.
I'm telling you.
No way.
Okay.
It could happen.
Okay, it can happen.
Okay. Because let's say they clinch the division, right? And they rest everybody. Then the Giants can beat them.
Well,
but Dallas is ahead of them, is what I'm trying to tell you. So for them to clinch the division, they have to win.
We'll see.
It hurt that they lost to the Seahawks on Monday night.
That shit was.
So that was an awesome fucking catch. I don't care what nobody said. Bro, that was a hell of a catch.
Well, yeah, it was a great catch and whatnot. I laughed my ass off. I said, "Are you serious?" I thought that shit was hilarious. And Ronan says also the Eagles' defense on the back end is struggling. Their linebacking core and secondary is playing terrible. Again, agree.
Tommy DeVito.
Well,
yeah, but you talk about he's talking about the defensive backs. Hey, that defensive line is kind of tough, man. And going up against the Giants' offensive line, it shouldn't be hard. I'm just saying. Okay. I know what I've been seeing all year.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Tommy DeVito could run though.
What?
he may have to. No, but
what?
I like the guy. I like what's his name. I like the veteran guy. He's playing lights out right now. I like him. Fletcher Cox. I like him as a
man. Listen here.
He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, I'm sorry. I don't see it. I think this is the time of the season where 17 games, might have stepped in and fatigue or whatever, what may have you, is for whatever reason, or the reasons that Roland put out there. Hold on. The reasons Roland put out there, it's a struggle for them. I'm telling you, if I go back and look the scores where they were 10-1 and whatnot, they wasn't blowing anybody away. Again, a win is a win, but they wasn't blowing.
They don't have to.
I just acknowledge that. I just acknowledge that. But I'm saying the expectation.
No style points.
I'm just saying the expectation. Okay. The perceived expectation of them was that they were going to be a powerhouse. I'm not seeing that. You see the difference? I'm not seeing that. That's all I'm saying, Reg. A win is a win. Yeah, I get that. That's fine.
I expect them to win these last 3 games.
Okay, we're gonna see about that. We're gonna see about that. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Now you
Let's just start with Sunday, and I'll talk to you Monday. I'm not even going to say anything Sunday night. I'm gonna talk to you Monday.
You can talk. We can talk, but just you better pray to God.
I'm not praying for nothing. Okay. The Giants suck. That's all I can say. And I'm a Giants fan. They suck.
That's a true statement,
son. I'm not even gonna deny that. But again,
they suck. There's no way the Eagles is going to lose. If they lose, Sunday, I won't come on the show next week. I promise. I will give you a break. I'll just come on the show and I won't say a word. I'll come on. If you say the Nets are the best thing next to sliced bread, I'll agree with you the whole show.
So why you got to bring my team into this? You know what I'm saying? Why are you gonna bring my basketball team into this? There's nothing.
I'm just saying.
We're not even in that segment. Well, you're gonna bring my team into this bullshit.
I'm just saying. I'm not gonna go against you. The very next show, if the Eagles lose, the very next show, whatever you say is gospel to me. I won't go against you.
Okay. All right. Let me see what else Ronan put in here. After they lost to Seattle, those two-faced cheesesteak eating idiots. Wait a minute. These 2 cheese-faced steak eating idiots down here want to fire the head coach, Trey Hurst, and trade AJ. I had to laugh. I'm sorry. That was hilarious.
Look. It's no worse than how they treat Dak Prescott. So what you know? What do you want, man? What do you want?
Okay. So again, I gave you my thoughts on Philly and whatnot at 10-4. Let's go to the other 10-4 in the NFC East. Matter of fact, the Dallas Cowboys, Ronan's team, at 10-4. Things, honestly, I don't think this one loss changes anything. I still think they're the team to beat in that division.
Yeah.
I still think that team is the team to beat. They're still tough to me. You know, Ronan might disagree because I get it. The years of disappointment we've seen this movie before with the great record going into the playoffs and one and done. We've seen this movie. I get it, but at the same time, I just think there's something a little different. Even with that loss, even with the loss to the Bills, which I found unbelievable.
They got a tough game coming up, though.
Huh?
Got a tough game coming up.
Yeah, they do. They do have a tough game coming up, but again, I think they could pull it out because let me see who they're playing. They got Miami, the Dolphins. Speaking of Dolphins, I don't know. They might listen. There's a slight chance they might not win the division. Okay, matter of fact,
you setting them up. See, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Say it, brother. Say it.
Are you talking about a certain New York team that's in the West New York? Yeah. I see you, dog. I see you.
I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna say nothing else.
I'm just saying. That's like I said. I think. Let me get back to Dallas. I think Dallas is very talented and whatnot. And dare I say, as crazy as this may sound to people or whatnot, especially coming from me, dare I say, I think Dallas has a legit shot. Again, notwithstanding this loss, I think they got talent on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Specifically defense and whatnot, and offense, obviously. I think they got a together squad, and they really have a legit shot at the Super Bowl. So I'm wondering what Ronan thinks about that. He's probably like, "Oh, you must have lost your mind," So, and I get it. I understand, but I just see this. I view this team as different. Not like in years past.
You're entitled to your opinion, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna leave it there.
You gonna leave it there?
I'm gonna leave it right there.
Okay. Jay, you got anything else to offer on Dallas or not really?
I don't like Dallas at all, so I can't really say. I'm sorry. I never liked Dallas. No offense to Dallas fans, but I just don't like Dallas. So I hope they lose every other game. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now before I tell you what Ronan says. To me, the team that could really stop Dallas is the guys that I believe that's going to represent the NFC conference, and that's San Francisco 49ers. Yes, I just see them as
I see them winning it.
Yeah, they're just steamrollers right now.
Once they stay healthy, they're gonna win it.
I was just about to say that, barring any injuries to any of their important key pieces, they're steamrollers right now. You know what I'm saying? There's no question about it. What Ronan said was Dallas has played well. I got him to actually admit that. Okay. But until they advance past the divisional round, I'm not convinced they're a Super Bowl threat. They have to tighten up the run defense. Okay, Ronan. You would know because you've been watching your team for years. You know what I'm saying? Where compared to, the guys on this call, the guys on this broadcast, we wouldn't know like you do. I don't know, man. They any given Sunday, I'll just say that. Any given Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, if it's the 49ers against Dallas, I'm going to favor the 49ers. But again, that's just because you're favoring them doesn't mean it's going to happen. Any given Sunday.
I mean, you never know. Detroit can make a run.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
That's
a good. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good point.
People sleep on them, and you never know. They may just come and be like, "Hey."
Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to put this out there.
Put it out there.
All these teams that get a bye, as opposed to teams that play in wild card and divisional round,
right?
That it hasn't fared too well for them people that's getting a bye,
right?
You understand? They rushed in, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful with that one.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Fair
enough. So San Francisco. Yeah, we know McCaffrey needs rest and stuff of that nature, but I don't know. I would like to keep the ball rolling, so to speak.
So you want them to be active and stay active, whatnot, to stop taking a week off or whatever the case, like that bye week. You know what? And to a degree, I kind of agree with you. It does kind of hurt them, because specifically if you're on a roll, like you got a streak going. Do you really want to risk cooling, quote unquote, cooling down and having a week off and then coming back and trying to restart the engine?
Yeah.
Right.
It's tough.
It's very tough. You know what I'm saying? So, to overcome that, I get it. What was Ronan say? He says, also now if Dallas gets a lead on the team, they're tough to beat with their pass rush. Yeah. Interesting. So, like you and let me bring up Detroit again, like you just mentioned. I in the past I've said I like this coach, because he gets them fired up. He gets them to play from the first quarter to the last quarter. You know what I'm saying? I said this the first year when he was coaching them, and they were tough out. They would lose games, but they were tough to beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I like that about them. So yeah, you could be correct, man. You sleep on his team, and they could run as crazy as it sounds, because you would have to, either face Dallas or San Francisco. And more times than not, I hate to, you guys can disagree, they're going to favor either Dallas or San Francisco against Detroit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At least I think so. I don't think I'm wrong. They'll be the two favorites against, whoever Detroit winds up playing out of those two teams and whatnot. So again, you could be right, man. We can't overlook these guys. We really can't.
I just feel like, they don't have any, like, I'm not saying they have no stars. They do have some stars, but they don't have superstars like a lot of teams. They're not stacked like a lot of other teams.
No, they're not.
The way they play together, it's like
they're
that.
Tough.
One of those teams where it's like
they're tough.
They're
very tough. I admit that. You know what I'm saying? And again,
they play.
like you said, they don't have really like the name superstars. Like I see Jared Goff, and I'm like, all right, who the fuck is this guy? I was saying that before when he was with LA. I was like, okay, what's the big deal?
Yeah, he took the Rams to the Super Bowl, lost, but he took him there.
He took the, but he was. You know what? Honestly, Reg, what you're spitting out is facts. But to me, he was never really that guy.
No,
you know what I'm saying? He's never been that guy to me. You know what I'm saying? Even when he took the Rams to the Super Bowl, I was like, you know, to me, he was just like a kind of a reincarnation. This is gonna be bad now of that Rams quarterback, Jim Everett.
I mean, I don't think he got too much better than when he was in college.
Right. I don't see it.
I don't think he really grew like he should have.
No.
Like a lot of quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of quarterbacks do or don't.
You know? Absolutely. Ronan is saying Detroit's defense for the last month has been playing bad on defense. They should not have lost to Chicago twice. You got that right.
That's true.
No way. And Green Bay smacked them around on their home field for Thanksgiving. True. Yes, they did. I saw that game. That was, yeah. I was like, come on, these guys got to play better than that. What's happening here?
So, so I'm looking at this NFL app, and I'm looking at the teams that's okay. Clinch a playoff spot, in the hunt, and on the bubble. You know what team is on the bubble?
Who?
The fucking Giants.
Yeah.
Get the freak out of here.
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
We're not dead in the water yet. Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Hey, they beat Philly twice. You never know.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
What they should do is just lose the rest of the games and try to get a draft pick.
See? Wait a minute. I love Ronan. Ronan said that this is why I love you, brother. Ronan said Jared Goff.
Ken O'Brien. Wow.
Modern day version of Ken O'Brien. And I like Ken O'Brien. I believe it. I did like Ken O'Brien when he was at the Jets.
But he was mediocre.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You gotta call it for what it is.
Yeah.
You gotta call it for what
Wait a minute. What didn't wasn't he in the draft with Dan Marino?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. What happened there?
The Jets drafted Ken O'Brien over Marino.
That's exactly what happened.
Just like
they did, didn't they?
They sure did.
Who else they drafted over Emmitt Smith?
Oh man, bro.
They drafted somebody over Emmitt Smith too.
Yeah.
Who, the Jets?
Yeah.
Dude. It was
the Jets are like the Nets back in the day. We'll take Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan.
Exactly. That's they was falling like that, unfortunately.
No, but what who was it? Let me see.
No, so you gotta maybe go back to that draft.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Hold on.
You know, you're gonna maybe go back to that damn draft or whatnot. All right. So, like I said, we was talking about who's rising and who's sinking in this playoff picture. One team that's definitely sinking is I'm looking right now. The Jacksonville Jaguars. They're done. The quarterback Trevor Lawrence. He's going to be out this weekend with I think it's the concussion protocol.
Yeah, they took Blair Thomas.
Wow.
Blair Thomas.
Ooh.
Yeah. Was he Penn State?
Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith went 17th.
Ooh.
Blair Thomas was from Penn State, if I'm not mistaken, right?
You could be correct. Yeah. But again, I was like, oh man, that did not age well. You know what I'm saying?
All these players though that went before Smith, and nobody really did great. But go ahead,
right.
Well,
I'm trying to think of the other guy they drafted, the Jets as well. I had high hopes for it, but it didn't work out.
That year?
I don't think it was that year. Johnny Lamb Jones. You remember that guy?
What wide receiver, if I'm not mistaken?
He's
right?
a wide receiver, exactly.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be the big thing, and man, I was like,
they had a lot of draft picks like that. This guy definitely got to be it. Nope.
Yeah, next. Johnny.
Let's try again.
Wow.
Ronan said, and Blair Thomas finished his career with Dallas.
Oh shoot, that's funny.
Only a Cowboy fan would know that fact. Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. After Blair Thomas got laughed out of New York.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So again, Jacksonville Jaguars, this team is done. Not at one point, I believe they were 8-3, now they're 8-6. I
believed them at first, but for a little bit, but I don't know.
But now forget about it. And who do they got coming up? They got Tampa Bay coming up. They got the Carolina Panthers, and they close being at Tennessee against Titans. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see a 1-2 finish there. They might win one.
Carolina, but I think they'll lose to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, and
who is this?
And Tennessee.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. So now my team. I gotta call these guys. You know what? The Cleveland Browns used to own the moniker, the Cardiac Kids. I'm now giving that designation. I'm giving that moniker now to the Buffalo Bills. I don't know what to believe from this team. I just don't know. I like to think that they could do a sweep of Miami. They already beat them once, and I believe they can beat them again. How strong is that belief? You know what I'm saying? And they put me in this position where I am now a doubting Thomas of this team, of my team. You understand?
Where are they playing Miami at?
In Miami.
In Miami.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they got the Chargers. Then they got
which is doable.
Then they got the Pats,
which is doable.
And they got the Dolphins last game.
But you know what would kill me? It would kill me if they beat the Chargers
and lose to the Pats.
Bro, that's it.
It's not going to happen.
No, don't say that.
It's not going to happen. I'm saying it. God dang it. It ain't going to happen.
They lost to the Pats before, though.
Right.
Oh,
don't say that, because if that happens,
but it was in New England.
I'm gonna have to take that week off. Okay, from Untitled. I'm
gonna have to take that week off.
Yeah, from I'm gonna take that week off. It's like there's no show
from life.
Yeah, there's no show for next week or two. I'm upset. I'm in my feelings. Yeah, I'm gonna start
Listen, you'll be doing the show. Don't worry about it.
No, I won't. I'm gonna start a movement.
Yeah, you will.
Because I'm sure Josh Allen will have something to do with it. I'm gonna start a petition to get his ass jettisoned out of New York, out of Buffalo. Yeah, that's right.
That's
it's like that. It's just like that. Because I'm telling you,
man. Dang, he turning on the quarterback like the Eagles is turning on their quarterback. Come on, man. Don't do that.
He hasn't been consistent.
Thank you, Jay. That's the thing. He hasn't been consistent.
He's been consistently inconsistent.
That's a problem.
True indeed.
That's a problem. That's what I'm saying. Like, again,
you can't have a quarterback,
bro. See, and one thing I noticed, and this is true with Allen, this is true with Mahomes. Stop being in these fucking commercials. Okay, stop it. That's what I'm saying. Like I see this guy.
They hype.
Yes, motherfucker, get back to honing your craft.
Wait, what?
Stop fucking reading scripts for Gillette Shave Labs or whatever the fuck that bullshit is. Okay,
I thought this was a family show.
No, I don't give a shit now. It's too late. It's over. I already put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Hide your kids and all that shit. But I'm just saying.
Damn, Jackson, what is he doing?
He's a damn fool.
But I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
It's not like he doesn't have weapons around him. You know what I'm saying,
dude? It's annoying. It's annoying. You're concentrating, and again, this is just my take. I could be incorrect, but your attention is focused on other things and not football, not being the best quarterback you can be, because you make these bonehead decisions. You turn the ball over. You run. You know what I find shocking about Josh Allen, and I just learned this recently. I'm not gonna lie to you. For the past 5, maybe 6 years, he has led the league in interceptions. Is that possible?
Well, he's a running back. What do you want?
Where Eli Manning was playing?
Wow.
I thought I was crazy. Yeah. And Roland, here's what Roland says. Okay, let me see. First of all, he says Buffalo shouldn't lose to New England or the Chargers, especially LA with that backup quarterback. Who? Easton Stick.
Exactly.
Ugh.
I thought we was talking about the quarterback for the Patriots, Tommy Easton. Remember?
Exactly. There you go. That's what I thought. Yeah, Tony Eason. Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? He also says if Allen played for Dallas, he would be getting destroyed by the media with his interceptions and fumbles. You damn right. And again, this is what I'm talking about. This.
Well,
come on, man. This turnover stuff. Every time I sit down and watch the game, I'm like,
not to get away from what you're talking about, but I think they found themselves a running back, if I'm not mistaken.
You're talking about that dude. I know you're talking about
Cook.
Who, Cook?
Cook. Yeah.
I think that's Dalvin's brother.
Yeah,
James Cook, I think it is.
Yeah, he's doing much better than Dalvin.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better than
Dalvin was supposed to be better.
You know what I'm saying?
By far. So if he gives the ball to that kid like he was running up and down like he was the other night, but whose fault is that? Is it really the quarterback's fault, or is the guy that's calling the plays fault?
Well, honestly, the guy that's calling the play is what's that offensive coordinator? Ken Dorsey. They fired him. Did that solve the Buffalo Bills problem? I don't think so. And again, I am a supporter of this team, but I don't think so. I don't think they have the right guy. You know what I'm saying? It definitely wasn't.
Listen. You got to put this man in the position to win, not to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You understand? Instead of dropping back freaking 50, 75 fucking times, at least 25% of the times he's going to throw an interception. Why are you dropping back like that? Why are you calling plays to say, yo, he has to pass the ball? Run the fucking ball.
Yeah. I mean, I get your point. I'm just saying, still at the same time, man.
Even if it's him running the ball, run it. Don't have him throw it.
Well, the running part is he'll fumble the ball sometimes. I'm not saying all the time, but there's that possibility that exists or whatnot.
You're 100% right.
So I'm just saying. Let's just talk about this overall turnovers with him. You know what I'm saying? That possibility exists. Just like when Max 11 got rich your soul, brother. He used to talk about how Eli Manning would give the obligatory interception. And we used to joke about that all the time, whatnot. I think, yeah, exactly. I think Josh Allen
I'm hearing this voice in my head as you just finished saying it.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying the same thing about Josh Allen, man. I'm like, yo, come on, dude. What's that? What's good?
You're better than that.
And that's the thing. He has so much talent. He is better than that. But again, he's an enigma to me. I just don't understand. You know, when I see these losses, it drives me insane. I'm like, yo, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? You know? So, again, I'm their biggest. I am their supporter. But I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Yes, my team, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm like, yo, we suck. Okay, we're horrible at this aspect of football and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, again, I'm not really expecting them to see the Super Bowl this year. I would love it to happen, but I'm not expecting it. If it does happen, I'll be happy as hell. I'll also have a lot of heart flutters, you know, and not in a good way, because I think I know what's going to happen. You know, so. So with that being said, let's move on. The Cincinnati Bengals, what do you think? Rising or sinking? Now remember, they got this guy, Joe Burrow. He's out for the rest of the year with an injury. They have this guy, Jake. I think his name is Jake Browning, is the quarterback. And he's looking pretty good so far.
He didn't hurt him. That's for darn sure.
He's looking pretty good. He didn't hurt the team. But
I think they go either way.
I
think that could go either way.
Oh, for real? Okay.
I think they're tough, but
yeah, they are.
Get in quick. You know,
I don't know. There's something about their defense that just I don't know. They give out too many points for me.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I hear you. I think this is like a for the quarterback. This is probably like a Jeremy Lin run, so to speak. because the scouting report isn't out on him yet.
Brown sanity.
You know what I'm saying? There you go. This guy's got a triple number passing rating so far. In the games that he's played. So again, I think that's the Jeremy Lin effect. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't hit the jacuzzi effect yet. You know what I'm saying? Where what the jacuzzi effect is, of course. Yeah. he hasn't hit that point yet.
But you never know. I'm not going to count him out.
Okay.
Because the AFC is very weak.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're very weak, so anything can happen.
Right. Let's see. Rising or sinking? Cleveland Browns.
I think they're a team to watch.
Huh?
I think they're a team to watch, even though what's the name is out.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson, and of course they dug up from the grave Joe Flacco, who's just
and that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I can't trust it.
No, true indeed.
That's the only. I'm sorry. You said Joe Flacco, and I'm
he's the quarterback.
Which Flacco are we getting? Are we getting the Baltimore Ravens quarterback, or are we getting the New York Jets quarterback? Probably. Which version are we getting?
It looks like right now they got the Baltimore Ravens version for now. It looks like it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they got a good running game and a tough D, so as long as he don't turn the ball over, I guess.
Ronan was telling me, he just put some stuff in there in this chat. He said if Jake Browning was on the Jets, they would be in playoff contention. Facts.
Oh, boy.
Big time facts. Because I know the Jets definitely miss. Listen, the Jets, they should have never got rid of Mike White. That's one.
Where's he playing at?
I don't even know if he's in the league, to be honest. That's one. And if that didn't work out, well, this is crazy. I would have tried my best to entice what's his name out of retirement. Fitzpatrick.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, I was right. Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I would have tried to get him out of retirement. I ain't gonna lie, because he's much better than what they got there. That's for damn sure.
I think Fitzpatrick said the hell with this.
Oh yeah,
practice.
For sure.
It says White is on the Dolphins.
He's playing for who?
The Dolphins. It says
Mike White.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
oh wow. I guess they saw something the Jets didn't.
Yeah, I guess so. But he was a good player. Listen, he wasn't.
But a lot of teams see things the Jets don't.
Well, this is true.
So
the Jets got rose-colored glasses on. Everything is rosy to them.
Everything is rosy. Listen,
until it's not.
Our man Ronan says Flacco's going to do Flacco type shit if they get into the playoffs. He had that one magical season when the Ravens won the Super Bowl.
That's right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? But good for him. Listen, I'm happy for the Browns that they got a winning record. Looks like they'll be going to the playoffs. Good for them. The Cleveland fans deserve a little bit of happiness. They ain't gonna win no Super Bowl, but they deserve a little bit of happiness in their life.
Yeah,
for sure.
That was the Super Bowl against when they played San Francisco, if I'm not correct, right?
I believe you're correct, sir. I believe
the blackout.
Yeah, it wasn't the Giants one. That was with the great Trent Dilfer as quarterback.
Oh, hey, listen, Great and Trent Dilfer do not go together. Stop it.
With the Giants.
I was being comical, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Of course you were, but I had to call you on that.
I gotta bang out.
Okay, brother.
All right, Jay.
Good to have you on the next show too.
Good to have you on, brother. Good to have you.
Always a pleasure.
Same here. Thanks a lot.
Love you all. Peace and blessings.
Love you as well. Give our best to Jackson, bro. Give our best to Jackson, please.
Absolutely. Peace.
Thank you, brother. Peace. So Ronan was saying Cleveland Browns fans don't deserve shit. Damn, son. Oh man. I think Reg cut out on me. Well, Ronan, just you and I, buddy. Well, actually, it's probably just me. And that's all right. Oh, there's Reg. He came back.
Dog.
There he is. All right.
Yeah.
What's up?
I said I had hit the wrong button. My bad.
Oh, okay. It's all good. You back here. You back. All right. Yeah. Let's do a little moving on. Let's get into this. Oh, I would love to have some more people on this thing because this would be great right now.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, I got a different set of headphones on. I don't know if they come in that well, so.
No, you good, bro. We read you loud and clear. Brother Roland, thanks for joining Untitled, and hopefully all is well with you.
Yeah, I'm good. What's up, Reg?
What's up, Ronan? What's going on, big dog?
Chilling.
Okay. Ronan, you had a lot to say in that chat room. That's funny as hell, man. He was cracking me up over here. Yeah, a lot to say, but a lot to say, man. You know, before I move on into the NBA, you wanna get some NBA, I mean some other NFL stuff off your chest?
No, I covered it.
You good? All right, brother. So now here it comes. Our take on Shaquille O'Neal saying that Golden State Warriors point guard Stephen Curry being the best player ever in the NBA. Okay.
Wow.
You know what? I just think that this guy, and somebody said something, and I said, you might have a point. That he's probably angling for his own show. I was like, okay, I could understand that. You know, you want to create a little buzz, which he has on social media and in sports platforms and whatnot, you know, because people are talking about this. He was even saying that he's better, that Steph is better than him. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Steph can make free throws.
Okay,
that's not hard.
Granted, but you know what the thing is, though, man. And this is going to spiral off into some other stuff regarding the NBA as well, even with stuff that we was talking about through the group text and whatnot. You know, about how the game has evolved, quote unquote, evolved, changed up. But there's so many stuff like this I hate. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a guy to do the whole MJ versus LeBron. I can't stand that because I do believe it's different generations, different eras, and whatnot. The rules change, whatnot. Steph Curry, great player. Is he the greatest? Hell no. Hell no. Without question, to me. Where would I rank him? Where would you rank him? Would you rank him top 25? Perhaps. And that's even a perhaps without me looking at a list of all the great players that's been in the NBA, like top 100, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Would you put him top 100? Maybe. Maybe I would. Because he's the greatest three-point shooter of all time. He's the best at it. Let's give him his kudos on that. But because you're doing that, I mean, are you the best ever? I mean...
Oh, well. Okay, so now I'm going to put it... I'm going to put it like this.
But please.
Wilt and Kareem, when they were going at it with each other, did they change the game somewhat? Would you say that they did?
Okay, somewhat. I'd say so.
Okay, so now, then the NBA kind of died down in the 70s, and then the 80s came, and we had the Magic Bird era. We all know they changed basketball, the face of basketball, for years to come.
For sure.
Yes or no?
Yes, agreed.
Okay, so now we come to Mike. Okay, we know for a fact he changed it.
Damn right.
Okay. So now we come to 2000. You have Shaq and company. Shaq was who Shaq was. He couldn't make a free throw, but he'll dunk it on anybody and everybody whenever he had the opportunity to. So he kind of brought the big man back, if I'm not mistaken. Not taking away from Olajuwon, not taking it from Ewing, not taking away from David Robinson, but it's what it is.
Exactly.
All right, so now we're here. Have we seen guys do what Steph Curry is doing? No. I mean, I might be able to think of a few. I would say Chris Jackson or Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. I'll say that.
Okay.
You understand? I'm not saying he had the range, but Mahmoud could score, but for whatever reason, they ran him out the league. So
Right.
We didn't see what he could have been.
This is true, Reg.
You understand? So now with Shaq saying what he's saying, best ever, I wouldn't go that far.
No.
But he has changed how the game is played now.
You know what? I could agree with you. I see where you're going with that. And let me just introduce our brother David. Thanks for
brother Dave. How are you, sir?
All right, how you doing?
All right. Let me just say this. I see where you're going, and I respect that. But at the same time, he's changed the game. But is it for the better? Not really. To me, not really, because now everybody wants to tailor these young players. Now they want to tailor their game like him. Everybody's not built to shoot 3-pointers all day long. You understand? I just think it's a little too much. And again, I'm not, like I said, I'm not bashing the guy and whatnot. That's his game. But he did change it. Dare I say, I think he changed it for the worse, to be honest.
Okay. Now we're in agreement. I never said it was for the better. I just said, has he changed how the game is being played?
Right.
Yes, he has. Is it for the better? Not in my opinion, because I see 6'9" guys that's being guarded by 5'11" guys, and they're taking 3-pointers.
Right.
Who does that? I'll tell you who does that. Jason Tatum. He does that. Come on, man. No.
Well, I mean, it's a problem when you have a guy named Karl Anthony Towns be a 3-point shooting champion at All-Star Weekend. It's a problem. Okay. Yeah.
And that's only because Steph Curry didn't go in.
Right.
See what happens?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's a problem. It's a problem to me. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, come on. You know, I don't know why they thought that this version of the NBA they got going now is they think it's it when it's not. I think Dom was correct when he says there is no defense in the NBA now.
Well. Let's backtrack on that statement.
Let's backtrack.
All right. I think he was piggybacking off your nemesis, because your nemesis was the one who had said that.
Okay.
All right. I'm just keeping it.
No, it's all good. It's all good, brother.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. Huh? Let y'all have the floor.
Well, the game. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give Dave a chance to speak. He just, since you joined, brother. Thanks again for coming on. What do you think about the game, and also about Shaq saying that it's his stance that perhaps Stephen Curry is the best ever to play in the NBA?
Yeah, so I think that's I didn't hear or read Shaq's statement, but I think that it's an opinion that I could understand why he would say that. I don't agree with it, but I understand if we're looking at numbers of championships as being a barometer, we can throw that in the mix. He definitely did change the game, but I agree with both of you brothers that it changed for the worse. And I think that I'm not going to blame him for the way the game is played. I think that that's his lane, and he does that well. But the fact that it's a copycat league, and even if you look down on the youth level, everybody wants to now shoot like Steph.
Right.
And so you've got the big men, for whatever that is, on a younger level that should be doing big man things, and they all want to take it out to the 3-point lane. Right. And nobody knows they don't have a post-up game anymore. So in that regard, I think that it was an unintended consequence of his style of play, and the fact that, he's not the only guy that is a 3-point shooter. But because of the flair that he plays with, and it's very exciting, and it makes for good highlights. That's what changed it, because people, they follow the highlights, and they want to be like whatever it is that draws attention. So, so being a 3-point shooter by itself, I mean, we go back, we look at Reggie Miller. Okay, now Reggie Miller didn't cause all these young guys to want to go out there and shoot the three like Steph did, but you got guys that as soon as they walk in the court, they think they're in range.
Right.
That's a rare gift that he has, but it's a gift for him, but it's been a curse for the league. And so I
definitely.
But to Shaq's point, I can understand again the if we're looking at the metrics of what makes someone the greatest ever, and the argument that we put up for ad nauseum with Jordan and LeBron, and we always point to championships. Steph is right in there in that mix of that, but I think that as much flair as Steph has, in some ways, I find him to be a little one-dimensional. It's like it's all the shot, the from all over the place. And he's got a good handle, but defensively, I think he's a liability.
I think he's improved on it. I'm not going to sit here and say he's a stopper, but he has improved his defense. I'll say that. But I wouldn't want to go put him on, let's say, a Kyrie Irving or somebody.
Oh, absolutely not. And he didn't want to be on Kyrie,
Anthony Edwards or Ja Morant. I wouldn't put him on them, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. I think what I mean is that for as exceptional as he is in one aspect of the game, he is underwhelming in that other aspect of it.
Well, let me ask you guys a question. And maybe wasn't there a time when he actually led the league in steals, or he was up there as a league leader in steals, if not number one?
You talking about Steph Curry?
Yes.
I'm not aware of that, but
I honestly can't say that he was or wasn't, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it's possible, but also steals sometimes is an opportunistic stat, but I don't think that he's not locking down anybody.
No.
And late in the game, that aspect, at least earlier in his career, might have got him exposed, and then you want to switch off.
Wow.
But you could be right. I'm not aware of that. It's very possible. NBA is very funny with.
It does say he did lead the league in steals, becoming the first player to lead the league in both scoring and steals since Allen Iverson. I think he was at 2.1.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Kudos to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, I never would have known it. But the point that we would not have imagined that, I think speaks to what the perception of his defense is.
Right, exactly.
He's the third guy that did that, led the league in scoring and steals. Because I know Iverson did it and Jordan did it too, 87. So what year was it with Steph Curry? Because I think Bogut might have been on that team. So they had.
Let me see what year that was. It was let's see. Yeah, Michael Jordan. It's not giving me the year. Hold on for a second. I'll tell you in a second if I can find it. So becoming first. It can't be 2001. No. I don't see what year it's in, Ronan.
Yeah, that had to be one of those years where Bogut.
Yeah, it's not. It's not showing me.
Yeah, I look at.
It's not.
With Steph, I mean, some of these arguments, man, like they're coming out. This guy, that guy, like. I think he's a top 25 player. He's top 10. I mean, I'm not. You guys know I'm not a LeBron James fan by any stretch of imagination.
Yeah.
Man. I would take LeBron James over him, and I don't even rock with that.
No question. No. Right.
But,
right.
You know, come on, Shaq is. He got. He was smoking crack or. Breathing his nostrils or something. I mean, come on, man. You play with Kobe. You play with Penny.
Yeah.
You play with Dwayne Wade. Man, it's ridiculous.
I think he was making just a wild statement.
I think he was just making an argument for argument's sake. I don't think he believes that. I think he was just throwing it out there to see what's going to come out of it.
Exactly.
Us even talking about it that's what he was trying to get.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
And it's worked. We I acknowledged that early on when introducing this topic. I acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's trying to angle for his own show. Who knows? Who knows what his intentions are? But the one true intention is with that statement, and you say this publicly, you know the firestorm is coming.
Yeah.
Bottom line, you're gonna get people talking about it, whether they agree with it
or
whether they do not agree with it. You're gonna get people talking about it all over these sport platforms, all over social media. That's just what it is. So he accomplished that feat that he did. He accomplished that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked it up too. I couldn't find a year.
Yeah.
I saw the narrative, but I couldn't find the year. I
Same
think
here.
I think what was it? Was it last year, 2 years ago? Draymond led the team in stealing on someone.
Hmm.
when he stole on Jordan Poole.
Wow. Okay,
man. Come on, Draymond hasn't played in a couple of games, man. Let's back up off the brother a little bit.
He ain't gonna be available.
He ain't gonna be around for a minute.
Exactly. He won't be around for a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? For real.
See you next year sometime. Maybe.
It says here, the 2015-2016 season.
Okay.
That he did. Okay.
Was that what year were they that 73 win? Was that year?
For the Golden Warriors. Let me see.
15-16?
Yeah, 15-16.
Yeah, that's when Kyrie Irving busted his in Game 7.
Right.
Okay. So that was the actual year.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Ended the crunch time and
Right. Well, again, you talk about this guy, changing the game, and like I said, myself, Reg, David, probably Ronan, we think it's changed for the worse. Obviously, again, you got guys that's out there 7 feet tall, shooting 3-pointers. It's ridiculous. There's no post game. It's ridiculous to me. And is it his fault? No. And the reason I say no is because I think it's more of the media. You know what I'm saying?
Sports Center.
And exactly.
Social media.
Yes.
Plays a big part of it too.
Yes, it does. You know what I'm saying? When I see stuff like online of this guy taking shots from the stands or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
that's good for him.
Let's look at his father, for example. His father was a great shooter, but he couldn't jump over a Snickers bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
Damn,
I'm just saying. Couldn't jump over a Snickers bar. So guess what? If he took that shooting talent from his dad, and his father was definitely a talented shooter, hey, what was he supposed to be?
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't fault Steph Curry one bit.
Right.
And also a lot of these guys of that age watched a lot of N1.
Right.
So N1 came, the N1 mixtapes came on the scene, and then you have the YouTube era and highlights and camera phones, and so that all of that plays a part in how these kids play the game today, where it's about being seen, being recognized, and getting known for. You got guys that making names for themselves for these different kinds of moves, and the kids all talk about so they get a following, and so that's all a part of it. So I don't blame Steph Curry. I think I agree with you, that the media, be it traditional media or social media, has played a role in what people look for in entertainment, and that's crossed over into the NBA. And so who needs the Harlem Globetrotters when you've got this every day?
Exactly. That's like a great point. Exactly. You know what I mean? For real.
No. I watched his Davidson games when they went to, they got on the stage for the dance, whatever they call it. What was it? March Madness.
March Madness,
and,
right? Yes, sir.
And I could go back to that player that he was then to this player he is now, and he worked on his game. That's all I could tell you.
Oh, absolutely.
And I respect that. I respect that.
So he changed it. Again, we all agree, not for the better. But as to say best ever,
no,
I can't do it. I can't do it. We can't do it.
Yeah,
I think we as a panel can't agree on that. But
exactly. It's a slap in the face to players like Oscar Robertson, a slap in the face to guys like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a slap in the face to guys like Elgin Baylor. You know what I'm saying? There's so many greats. You know what I'm saying? In the past and whatnot, which is why, again, I go back to saying I hate these comparisons.
I do too.
Yeah, if you want to say for this, you want to say for this era that we're in now, okay, we can make an argument for that.
I'm all in for that.
Right? But for all around, you can't really say this era is better than that era or that. You can't do that.
No.
For that era, this player was the best.
There's levels. There's levels.
The
game has changed.
I remember guys couldn't hit a damn jump shot, but they could jump out the fucking gym.
Right. Yeah.
We went through that era.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Exactly. Come on. It's to me it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that this GOAT conversation. Everybody's trying to come in with a new take, and I think that's what Shaq did. He went away from the
LeBron
Jordan thing that's going on and on and will continue to go on and on. And so he threw a different take in, because ultimately it's all about opinions and perspectives that you don't even have to agree with what you're saying, but it makes for conversation. And so I think that Shaq said, well, here's an interesting take. I'll throw that out there, and this will get the conversation flowing in this direction for a little while. Is it sustainable? Probably not. But it's always about what's the newest thing to talk about.
Right. There you go.
The thing that bothers me with the media, like they talk about this and I was listening to I heard this driving home, Rick Kamler and Antonio Daniels. He's saying, this is the most skilled era in the history of basketball, blah, blah, so and so. And I'm like, I don't think that's true, because you made it almost impossible for you to play defense. So how skilled do you have to be to score?
Yeah.
So it can't be the most fun, because you got a bunch of tall dudes shooting threes. I don't agree with that. And with Steph Curry, the positives with Steph Curry is that when I was in my 20s, when I was playing basketball, I was a high flyer. So I was a Jordan guy. So I patterned my game back to like Jordan. But the same thing, I'm watching what he's doing. I worked on my mid-range game and post-up game, all that like that. The one thing I see with Steph Curry when he does these tutorials, he says every time, when you start shooting your shots, you should start from in close and work your way out.
Right.
what David said is 100% true because my son is doing basketball now, and I'm watching them trials last week. All these kids are shooting threes, and after I'm telling him, look, you need to learn how to reload. He was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, if you don't have a clear lane, you don't have a shot. Bring the ball back out, reload, look at the court. If you don't have a shot, pass it.
Right.
And then I'm telling them, like, and also they're all hovering around the three. I'm like, just cut to the basket. One of these kids is going to shoot a three. They ain't going to hit. They're going to miss it. You'll get an easy rebound. That's 2 points. And the coaches aren't telling that. And I'm not even. I mean, I played basketball. I wasn't. I've gotten better as the X's and O's and stuff like that. But I'm like, wait, come on, like that's what I would do. I'm like, I would just live under the basket.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, we're talking about basics or whatnot. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Fundamentals. Fundamentals.
Yeah, fundamentals. Exactly. It shouldn't be 4 or 5 guys, spaced out at the arc. So to speak. It's okay, where's the guy to rebound the ball?
But you know what? Dare I say this? And this is just my opinion on it.
Of course.
But I think that a lot of them shoot the threes because they don't trust the rest of their game. And this is what I mean, is that if I stay out there on the perimeter and I hoist up threes, shooting percentage from that range is going to be less than it is closer in, obviously.
Right.
So if I make a few, people will talk more about the ones I made than the ones that I missed because they're saying, well, the degree of difficulty was greater, so we're excused that. But if they have to come into the area where they should be making more shots and they don't have that type of game, then they get exposed a lot more. So I think there's a safety net in staying out there in the three rather than mixing it up closer, because if you miss, all you got to do is hit 1 or 2, and everybody in the gym goes crazy. Oh, you hit these threes, but you don't have to. You're not in a space on the floor where there's higher expectation of you.
Right.
So you play it out there, and you might look kind of cool if you hit a couple of them rather than mixing it up where now if you're blowing layups,
right?
So that's the thing, because a lot of these guys can't make layups, and the mid range is non-existent. So because I just watched high school, I just came from my school one, but watching the game, a lot of these guys would prefer to hang out at the 3-point line because and they may shoot maybe 5 of them, and if they hit 2, well, they look great. But if you're mixing it up and you blow 5 layups, everybody's looking at you and saying you're trash.
Right. So that's a good point, Dave. That's an excellent point. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. And again, like I'll harp on this till probably my last breath or whatnot. It's just a shame what this game has become, because I like the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I like watching games and whatnot. I just don't like seeing this fuckery that's going on all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Commissioner Bobblehead, good job.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, it went from must see to let me see what else is on.
Basically, exactly.
Because we're of that era when Knicks Bulls was must see TV. Everybody, ran home, was glued to the TV set. And I want to say something else. We talked about the evolution of the game. The problem that I see is that evolution does not have to negate the past.
Right. Yes.
And so the game has evolved, but that doesn't mean that the past doesn't have its place in the history of the game, and that evolution doesn't always mean better.
Right. Exactly.
It just adapts to the times, but it should not take away. It's the same thing with when we talk about music and so forth. It's great for things to evolve, but it doesn't necessarily mean that means it's better than it was.
Right.
Right.
True indeed, brothers. Let me get into some other stuff. Little miscellaneous. Oh man, I saw something that really pissed me off today. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this: hip hop is dead.
I know where you're going with this.
Hip hop has officially died.
Yeah.
With Rolling Stone, who the magazine that I used to love reading back in the day, you know, at work and stuff like that. They lost my respect. You know what I'm saying? And hip hop is officially dead. When you actually name Song of the Year, and I'm even embarrassed because this woman is from Queens.
Is she?
Yeah. I think so. I believe so. What's this lady's name?
Is this the sexy red person?
Yes. And the name of the song, Ski Yee. Okay. Let me just say this. Yeah, let me just say this. In my curiosity, I said, okay, I'm going to hear this. My God.
Is that the booty hole brown thing? Is that one?
Bro.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Bro.
That's the only thing that I can think of that she made.
My dude.
That is the song of the year.
Dude.
You lying.
No, I'm serious. Rolling Stone made it. I listened to this song and I was done. I'm done. I couldn't even make it to the whole thing. And I wouldn't want to make it to the whole thing. Because I'm like, brothers.
Song of the year.
Yeah. For Rolling Stone.
No, you're right.
I saw the list. I saw J. Cole on there. I saw Kendrick on there. I even saw Drake. And this girl talking about the color of her butthole is the song of the year.
Dude.
So you're right.
Come on.
Very serious. Very serious.
Oh, this is hilarious.
When I hear stuff like this, man, this is why, you know, it almost makes me believe, like, you know, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Like, I'm on another goddamn earth, yo.
You really are.
Yeah.
You really are.
Because this is the multiverse.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? You know things are bad when you listen, and this is just me. You know things are bad when you're actually wishing it was Ice Spice. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's bad. Okay. Or any one of those females on Love and Hip Hop talking about their career and they never even made a damn song. Yeah. I'd rather have those. Okay. Win.
Song of the year.
I couldn't believe it. I was like this. I was listening to this song. I was like, this?
And then all that. See, here's the problem. And I think we're to blame. And here's why. There was a time when hip hop was ours, and outside of our community, they didn't recognize it. We got upset because they didn't recognize it, and we wanted them to acknowledge us. And now, here we are, 50 years later, 40 years later, or whatever you want to say, and now they're recognizing this young woman for the color of her booty hole.
Yeah.
And so now they're recognizing everything.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, and so let's go back to the time when they thought this was a fad and they didn't recognize it and they didn't want to talk about it, because if this is what they're promoting, then what's going to happen is what's next year? Then what's next year's song? You know, how do we top that?
Well, you know what? I don't even really worry about. I'm gonna tell you honestly, I very, very rarely listen to anything new. I'm stuck. I'm in a time. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. You know what I'm saying? After a certain period, I'm like, I'm like, who?
I can't keep up with it, and frankly, I don't want to.
Same here.
You know, I always say, I work in a high school, and sometimes in the cafeteria, kid would have his little, wireless speaker thing, playing some of that trash. And I used to push the rolling garbage can around and tell them to dump out their trays, and that music put it in there too, and they would get so offended, and I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that guy.
No, be it, please.
But
I'll be that guy.
It's terrible. It's terrible, and I feel sorry for these kids because, in all realness, okay, look, there were some songs where we were coming up that was kind of garbage too. Sure. I'm not everything was a classic,
right?
But there was much more of what was really good, and you really had to work at it. At the craft, and not everybody could make a record, even if they were good. Not everybody could get a record deal. Nowadays, anybody could get one out.
Yeah,
and the record companies are, well, do they even exist anymore? These, whoever's putting out this music doesn't care about the culture.
No,
and the fact that Rolling Stone, they're in their infinite wisdom, this is how the list that they came up with tells me that they don't care about it either. And the kids today, the difference I feel between when we were kids, Rodney, you and I grew up in Hollis.
Right.
Okay. Run DMC was right there.
There you go.
We hung out with they were right there. And
there.
You felt like you were a part of the culture.
Yes.
I don't see these kids today
being
a part of this. They consume it, but I don't see, they're not part of the making of it. I don't even know where they go to party or anything like that.
Right.
In summertime, New York City, all the spots, the block parties, all that stuff, and you knew people who were DJing, you knew people who were dancers and rappers and all that stuff, and you felt like you were not only living in it, but you were a part of the creation of the content. And I don't see these kids; they're doing that, and they're really missing out on it.
They're missing. Let me tell you something. Let me share this. I may have said this to you guys when I was on Untitled before. The fact that I was at work one time. I was at work, and this younger gentleman I was working with, he had showed me. I found it hard to believe. He had showed me this YouTube clip of I guess it was a BET Awards or Hip Hop Award, one of those things on BET.
I haven't watched that since
right
early 2000s.
Well, we was talking about hip hop and whatnot, and he brought up he made it a point to show me this clip. It was like they introduced to perform like the like Rakim and maybe a few other greats from back in our day or whatnot.
Right.
When they introduced Rakim, the audience would have barely had any reaction to him. It was like silent.
Yeah.
You understand? Like awkward. But then that all changed up with this chick, Sexy Red, took the stage, and they're out there dancing and moving around, and all this extra energy. And I'm like, yo, hold up.
I
was like, hold up. Y'all have all that energy for this?
Yeah.
And not the God?
Right. Well,
Marley Marl, when he got his award, Swizz Beatz had to literally tell these people to stand up and acknowledge who this guy was.
Yeah. That's what's tragic about it, because I feel like this is we're the only genre that does this to our legends. These kids should be coming up, being raised on that.
Right.
It's okay to have your stuff, but you should definitely. How can you call yourself a hip hop artist and not understand the process? That came before you.
Right.
Because so I don't know if any of you guys saw the Drink Champs interview with DMC.
I missed that. No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You're gonna have to watch it in segments because it's almost 4.5 hours long.
Oh wow, okay.
But it is amazing, and a lot of that DMC talked about, I was there. So when he talked about certain things, I remember. I remember when he would come out. DMC was and is a student of the culture.
Right.
And so he took the styles from these tapes that he had of Cold Crush and Treacherous 3 and all of these, and then Run DMC incorporated that, and he broke down how they incorporated that to the various songs of them. Right. Always giving recognition to those that came before him. And these kids today, very few of them even know who the people are that they should be paying homage to. I will say there's a young group out there that I think these guys are really good. They're called Coast Contra.
Yes, I heard it.
Now they are
bringing it back.
Yes, they are the rapper Razkaz. Two of the guys in the group are his twin sons.
Okay, what's the group's name again?
Coast Contra.
Okay.
Yeah. Look them up on YouTube. They do they have a lot of videos of freestyles, and not only are these kids are nice, no joke. But they also you could tell that they've studied. So some of their lyrics, the references that they're making are too old school. Some of their styles. They did their own flows. Different flows. They did their own version of the scenario. And they killed it.
Really?
Yeah. So so these guys are about mid-20s.
Okay.
And so hip hop may be dying. But these kids, I'm telling you, they could have killed in our era, and they should be killing right now. Yeah, Coast Contra, check them out. They're all over YouTube. Nice, and that's all I'll say.
I'm gonna check them out.
Definitely check them out. They're well worth it.
Yeah, I just looked them up on my Apple Music or whatnot. I see.
yeah. So definitely. So I will give them. They are a bridge between that old and the new, and they definitely show their appreciation to the old school.
Okay, that's
but what makes them great is they still sound current.
Right.
But so they don't sound like they are trying to imitate the old school. They have a new sound to it.
Okay.
But it's a combination, and it definitely works for them, and they're definitely very strong lyrically.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna check them out. That's for sure. Now, I think before I break out, I don't know if I know Ronan was on. I think probably in the chat, and Reg and I, and also Jay. We had Jay on with us.
Yeah. I saw it in the text.
Yeah. He was on. We was talking a little bit about the whole, something. I know something you may not like to talk about. You know what I'm saying, from the text that I got from you in the group. Well, you're very.
Oh yeah.
You're not too big into.
Let me clarify that, because sometimes things get lost in text.
Okay.
It is a topic of conversation. So. And TD Jakes is, he's a public figure, and so anytime anybody brings anything like that up, it's going to draw attention. I'm just at a stage now where not much with these guys shock me, and so sometimes I wonder, what contribution to society is being made by exposing these kind of things?
Right.
It's like you know, now if they're going into it and they're saying that you know he's doing some freaky stuff with underage and all of that, sure, definitely that needs to be put out there. But I don't know what the angle is, other than the fact that it's T.D. Jakes. So not only am I going to tell you about this one, but I'm going to tell you about this pastor. And sometimes it gets to the point where, you know, it becomes a gossip machine.
Yeah, yeah.
And that really doesn't contribute anything other than get attention for yourself. And, you know, so I don't really like to participate in that as much as I used to. I'm not going to say I was always, you know, this way. You know, I used to be like, get the popcorn and, you know, but in this case, if he decides that, you know, TD wants to stand for touching dudes, you know, at this point, I'm like, all right, well, do you, I guess. That's between you know, but I also acknowledge the hypocrisy, you know, if you're out there, you know, promoting yourself as a godly man, and you know, so I get that, but I just don't know what ultimately, how does that change my life?
Right. I get it.
You know, and a lot of times people get caught up in, you know, listen, I know something that you don't know. And then they get props, you know, and recognition off of the fact that they, you know, can tell you something, expose something. But, you know, unless there's something else that she's trying to, you know, maybe warn people about, I don't, at the end of the day, I don't know if I care as much about it. So that's really what I was saying. I mean, it's newsworthy because it is TD Jakes. I mean, I heard about this, you know, a week or so ago.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, when they you know started talking about Diddy, and then they said, well, you know, TD Jakes is his friend, and he was at the party. I heard about that. And then I thought he died out a little bit. And now apparently he's trending for all the wrong reasons. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. So, yes, sir.
Why is it, you know, again, why is it news now when we don't know, because I wasn't there, Dave wasn't there, Paul wasn't there. But if this was allegedly going on all of this time, why are we hearing about it now?
Well,
you know,
I mean,
like you said, Dave, it's to put it out there to make news for yourself or what? Not, I don't know.
I'm trying to understand.
It doesn't interest me one way or the other.
Because wasn't it? Maybe I read through the article that was up there. Did she get this information from Kim Porter's burner phone?
Yes. And yes.
Okay. And Kim Porter passed away how many years ago now?
Allegedly passed away.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
2016, something like that. That's what it is.
Okay, so it's been a minute, and the only reason why we are even talking about Cassie is because of this lawsuit that was settled.
Right.
And so she emerged out, you know, and she had a right to tell her story. But she emerged after all these years, and she took the money. You know, she got paid for, you know, and now it's like, I'm feeling it's like, well, before you forget me, I've got, you know, 1 minute left of the 15 minutes. Let me tell you about Kim Porter's burner phone and what was on there. And now we, you know, it sustains her in our, you know, daily conversation for a little while longer. You know, and again, I mean, I get it, you know, with I get why she might do it, but I don't really want to participate in it unless she's got something earth shattering that changed the world type thing. Listen, the Catholic Church, they've been touching little boys for centuries.
Word.
So
it is to me let me be honest with you. I've heard stuff about this guy Diddy for years. For years. You understand? Which led me not to want to work for his ass back then.
Yeah, that was a good call on your part.
Yeah. I was like, thank God. You know what I'm saying? But I heard stuff about him for years. You understand? But my thing is like again, I hate to even say this like this, but I'm gonna say it. With certain figures, you understand, and you're supposed to be held to a certain standard.
Right.
You understand? And now you're exposed and whatnot. I'm like, good. You should be.
Yeah.
You need to be held.
Right.
You need to be pulled to the carpet for your fuckery. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're supposed to be this person and you're not, and you get bro, it is what it is. You were walking that line. You know what I'm saying? You fell off. You know what I'm saying? And now if you gotta get dragged by the media, well then so be it. So be it.
Yeah.
Now if you had been true with your shit, and who you really were, then I think there'd be a lot less firestorm.
Yeah. So he's a victim because he's not Catholic.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. Well,
Wow.
Hey, he's right. He's right.
Yeah, no, I hear you are, especially if you are presenting yourself
right
as upstanding and
exactly.
A man of the cloth and
because
all that.
You're preaching one thing,
right? Yeah, no, I do get that, and
at a broad level too.
Right,
it's not like local.
So I just right. He's global with it, but I'd like to believe that her reasoning was because she felt that the world needed to know who this man is allegedly. And not because the world needs to remember that she still has some relevancy. So that's really, because listen, if TD was doing this long enough that it was on Kim Porter's phone, then why didn't you say anything back then? Because I mean, he's not an overnight sensation. He's been around for a while.
Yes, exactly. Well, yeah. I mean, you know what? I don't know how they came upon this phone, got this phone, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Well,
who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Well,
so.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I'm waiting. You know what I'm waiting for more so than this bull crap. I'm waiting for January 1st.
Yeah. What's January 1st?
January 1st is when this guy, his associates, are going to be named Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those documents will be reviewed. Yeah.
I have a suspicion that if they do roll it out, that may be some shockers in there.
Yeah.
You know what? You say that. I don't think it's going to be some shockers. I think it's always going to be people you may have always suspected, but never put your finger on it. But you're going to be like, I knew it.
Right. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I agree with you, Reg.
For real.
I think that maybe shocker is probably not the right word for it, but I think that it will be some real conversations going on.
I'm hearing people are nervous. It's supposed to be 100.
A whole lot of people is nervous.
170 people on this list. I'm hearing that people are nervous.
Yeah,
so I can't wait.
Well, they should be.
I'd be like, oh, George Sanders, I already knew that.
Yeah. Oh, please, yeah, right. Oh, that buffoon. I heard they're trying to make a movie about this guy.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that somebody was talking to him, at least a book deal or something. He's trying to figure out how he's going to get paid off, and somebody's going to pay him for this story.
That's the sad shit. Exactly.
The man went all the way to the Capitol Hill off of these lies, and but he just looks. I mean, he has a punchable face.
Yes.
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 Every time.
Dave, are you trying to tell me you choose violence in the morning?
And listen, while
is that what it is?
At 6 a.m. when I'm having my morning coffee, preparing to go in there and work with these people's children, and I see him on my TV set.
Yes.
And he has a smug look on his face. With this, I really, it would take a lot of restraint for me not to punch him.
I get it.
If I felt that I can get away with it, I might choose violence that day.
God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Just unlikable.
At least you're honest, Dave. At least
I'm more honest than he is.
Right. There you go. Yep. There you go. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I'm gonna have to shut it down.
All right. Well, I'm glad I can hop on there.
I'm glad you hop on as well. It was a pleasure having you on, Dave. Ronan, Jay, of course, Reggie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can come back next week to do this again with you guys. All right.
We got it.
Wait. Only if Buffalo wins this week. Only if Buffalo wins this week.
Wow. Well,
if you didn't catch it, if Buffalo loses this week, we might not have a show for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
I gotta recover.
All right. Well, think about it, because it would be nice to be like a year in review, because you've done what is this, 27 shows, something like that? Yeah. So I think we could do it like maybe a year in review.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll go back. I'm a backtrack.
Yeah, man. Next Thursday is my birthday, so.
Oh, Thursday your birthday?
Yep.
Oh, happy birthday in advance to you.
Exactly. Happy birthday in advance, brother.
Oh, a week from today. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. We definitely gotta do something. Even if Buffalo loses. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'll bring a whole bottle of venom. I'll come out with some of the most ridiculous.
That's what I'm talking about.
So maybe next week's show will just be straight to Unhinged.
That's it.
We're gonna skip Untitled and go straight to Unhinged.
Straight to Unhinged. Wrap this year up the right way.
I'm gonna start research right after this show.
Yeah.
All right, brothers.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. What are we researching after this show?
A lot of possibilities.
Oh yeah. Our researches before he goes on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
Whoever.
Wow.
Blue, black, or red? Which one?
All.
Yep. All. Wow.
It hasn't been that rough of a year. Come on, stop it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Says you.
Yeah, it depends on who you're asking.
Exactly.
All right.
Gentlemen. Guys, have a great night. All right.
You too.
All right, now.
All right, guys.